What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Steph and Tells podcast. Today's episode is unofficially brought to you by Starbucks.
Cheers.
Which brings me into my first topic of the morning. It is super early right now when we're recording this. It's 8:30. So our plan is, I think, to bang this out. Then we're going to hop on the charts, start trading. Obviously, market opens at 9:30, so this will probably take us about an hour, and then we'll jump straight into there. But this morning, we were on our way to Starbucks, and I've never seen it so foggy outside in my entire life. I literally felt like we were in fucking Resident Evil, and like a possessed girl was about to appear in the middle of the road while we were driving, and Steph was about to hit into something, and it was freaking me out because you guys know the feeling when you are half awake. I pretty much woke up at 6:30. We drove straight to Starbucks. My brain was only half turned on because I had just woke up. And it honestly freaked me out, but I feel a lot better now. So
It's Florida, man. When it starts to get hot again, it gets pretty foggy in the morning.
I've never seen it like that before.
A lot of condensation. If y'all don't mean to get technical on y'all boys so early in the morning, but yeah, this is the earliest pod we've ever done. We like to do, every night, and then the next day we post it. But, since it's Monday, we don't really didn't figure out how this is going to work. We wanted to post a video today because we didn't over the weekend or Friday, I believe. Did we post on Friday? Maybe. But
I don't think so.
We just going to post this tonight, maybe do another one tonight and just keep it rolling. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully your weekend was all right. We played a lot of pickleball. Do we really do anything else? Pickleball, gym?
No, we pretty much live a life of older people, and this is a conversation that I was having with Steph the other night. It was starter. It was a Friday night, and we are at the pickleball court playing competitive pickleball. It was duper night. This was my first time hearing about this. So in competitive pickleball, you have a rating called your duper, and we went to this thing, and it was only probably my fourth time in my life playing pickleball, and I was getting absolutely wiped with CRV, who is one of our friends. You guys might have seen him around the Discord or online. And I was playing with him as my partner. We were getting absolutely fucking squashed on, and it was really not enjoyable, and it pissed me off a lot. But that's a thing. I feel like at our age, 95% of kids are in college, and, kind of on a Friday night, what would you expect a 20-year-old to be doing? Probably out at the bar, out at a club or something. There's not anything wrong with it. Steph and I have had our fair share of doing it, but it's I don't enjoy it. I would rather go to the pickleball court and get squashed on 100 more times before I went out to the club. I hate the club personally. Bro.
I've never seen Mark so on tilt before until that night playing duper. Do you just want to walk through your experience?
Dude, so I never knew that there was really levels to pickleball. I thought, at first when I first heard about pickleball, I thought it was stupid because I was just play tennis. That shit is a ripoff of tennis. I started playing it. We might even go today, but I started playing it. I really do enjoy it. It's very fast paced, but bro, this shit made me realize there is actually levels to this shit, and it's a very unique sport because it's the only sport in my experience in my entire life where the people that are beating me look like they play Rust as their job. That's honestly the best way I can describe it. This one guy that absolutely just shat on me and CRV, my partner, was literally ripping his vape mid-game, belt a fucking gut hanging out. Let me paint this picture for you guys. We're in the court. This guy's probably, I'm going to say, early 30s, greased back hair, fucking giant binocular glasses on his head, a little, kind of overweight, probably 5'8" or 5'9", kind of overweight, gut hanging out of his belly, fucking long Nike basketball shorts on, chiefing on his vape. Literally just most unathletic build ever, right? And I'm just getting absolutely dogged on in pickleball, and it pisses me off because I consider myself pretty athletic and in good shape, and it just hurts to get waxed by these people that look like they shouldn't be good at sports.
Yeah, it's one of those sports compared to most. When you play pickup, you pick the weirdest looking guy, the weirdest ones, the smallest. People you complete. I've been beaten by literally Ellen DeGeneres clones, and it's stomped. Yeah. I won the only games at this duper night. Again, it's super serious. Duper is basically kind of like your handicap in golf, or, you know, it kind of tracks how good you are. If you're over like a 3.5 to a 4, you're considered advanced. If you're under 3.5, you're intermediate. We're definitely under 3.5. And mine was a 3.1 before we went. Now, after losing so much, it is now a 2.7, which is really, you know, a punch in the face. But it's okay. You need to get a reliability score. You know, you until you go so many times, you can't go to like any tournaments or anything because you need the sample size, and that's what I didn't have, and that's why mine was so high. But the only games we won were against Mark, which we did beat 4 times. We beat you guys 4 times.
Bro, don't even start this right now.
What was your record at this event last Friday?
Probably like 1-8. And we won 1 game against these 2 people whose one guy was unranked, so that means that he never even played before. And then his friend was like, you know, decent. I would say essentially it was a 2v1, and we beat them 11-9. And I got so fucking hype over it. Like, I literally acted like I just won the Super Bowl after we won that game because it felt so good just to actually win a game, and they were ass. So that just puts into perspective how bad I am.
It's not even like we're bad, and I consider myself all right. Like,
I think we were playing against comp. That's the thing. Like, if we went to the casual court down the road, we are absolutely dropping motherfuckers.
It's such it's literally like I feel like if I would feel like an NBA player going to play like pickup basketball.
No,
like, that's how I would feel. It was very serious all the time, and it really threw me
on the
off.
way, like, I never understood it, and Steph is telling me the whole way there, I'm like, bro, how, like, there's no way this shit can be that serious. And he's like telling me, like, bro, I was like, first time going, I was nervous, like all this, bro. I literally walked. There's just like aura in there. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you really can't even get a grasp for this atmosphere until you're actually in there. And it's like actually competitive. Like, you have to play a game. You go up to the people on the computers. You tell them your score after, and then your rank either moves up or down. There's like a little, you know, the courts are laid out. If you guys have ever played 2K, the best analogy I can make it's literally like the park on 2K, but for pickleball. You literally give your paddles to this guy who puts them in this little stand next to each court, and it's basically like you hop on the dots. Like, that's the best comparison. And you said that once a while ago. You literally hop on the dots to play.
And it's crazy, when you're playing duper, it's literally you either go up or you go down. Like, if you play someone better than you, you can take their spot basically.
Yeah.
That's why it gets so serious, and I get so heated because I love the competitive side of it. I love like risking stuff, whether it's like money or like, you know, duper or something. I love playing for something or like doing something when there's something on the line. And when I lose a lot, it makes me so angry. Like, I cannot express to you how upset I was.
I walked out of there feeling like how I felt when I don't, if you guys listened to the last podcast, I was saying this, but like that day that I cried at my desk over trading because I was losing so much money. This was like the same amount of grief that I felt. Like, I walked out of there and I literally was just in disbelief. Like, I was genuinely hurt.
It was one of the most disappointing.
Like, I was genuinely upset. Like,
just walking out there and be like, just get in the car, bro. It's a silent ride home.
Hey, man, but sometimes you kind of need those L's to build you as a man, as build your character for sure.
Yeah, well, now we're coming off of it. So what's your trading goals for this week? We can knock that off.
Yeah, so we kind of dragged that. Sorry, guys. But anyway, going into the trading conversation. So today is Monday, looking to start a new week. I backtested a lot over this weekend. I hopped on FX Replay, but I personally just like to backtest normally on TradingView. Probably just because I haven't even really looked into how to use FX Replay efficiently. But
it's goated, bro.
You know, I'm aiming for, I think what I'm going to do, I was back testing my strat and I found the best thing for me right now. So I was running a 45-point TP, 30-point SL. What I think I'm going to do, and I was running 3 micro contracts. What I think I'm going to do is take 2 out at 45 points and then get all out. So that last contract at 60 points, which is going to be a 2 RR. Because when I was back testing and I looked back on even all my trades that I took last week, I think like 3 out of the 5 that I won, I think I won like a total of 5 trades last week. I think 2 of them would have hit first TP and then stopped at a break even, and the other 3 would have ran to 60 points. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. What
about profit goal for the week? Like, what's your dollar amount you'll be hyped for? It's the first month of February, finally.
I mean, yeah, what did I do? I don't even remember what I did last week. It was pretty good. I think I ended up on the week last week 600 per account, which is pretty good. I mean, I definitely could do better. I'll be happy with 6 to 800 per account. I feel like is a good return.
If I could do 5 figures this week, that would be ideal. Maybe like a little 10 10,000, maybe that would be a realistic deal.
But how much would that be per account for you?
600.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really good like, like 1 to 1.5% on a 50K account per week. Like that's not bad at all.
That's like perfect.
Yeah,
If I could be up like 1,000 on every account this week, bro,
that's really good. If I was up 1,000 per account, that I would say.
But that's how it should
be.
Week. That's how you should, and that's the problem. Is like if you want to make 1,000 every day, people want to make 2,000 every day. No, if you're worried about not making so much, get more accounts. Like if I have $1,000 profit on the week per account, that's like really good.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be every single day your goal. That just doesn't make sense. It's not realistic at all. And that's how you can keep your emotions in check because yes, in total, it's a lot of money that I deal with, but, the number looks way worse than it actually is. Like, when I say I'm down 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, people think I'm fucking crazy down. But, I mean, really, I'm down only 30, 40 points on the day, maybe max, which, something less than $500 per account usually. It's just a mess, but I want to talk about this a little bit just because this is something that's kind of been going on. And, look, I was a very big Trump advocate. I still am. Yes, extremely controversial, but financially, my belief on his impact in the markets was a lot higher than the opposite candidate. And, there's good and bad things about all of them. I think that, he's got just as much controversy as most people, but he has been we're not monetized. He's been fucking the markets up. Right now, NQ just had a ginormous gap down over the weekend. I was in some NVIDIA calls I got in at 116, 117, went all the way up to 127 Friday. And then he announced some new tariffs coming in on Canada and some other countries, if I believe. And NVIDIA dropped from like 127 down to like 115 this morning. And NQ's down like almost 1.5% right now on the day. Buyers are starting to pick it up a little bit, but just overall so far, since Trump has taken office, price action was okay. There was definitely like some really good like days in January. Like I saw some potential, but overall it was not that good, to be honest with you. And he's again doing something once again that's completely fucked the market. And it's just it's a little bit of a mess, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not too happy with how it has been going. But I guess he was handed a pretty uncorrected market, and it's starting to correct itself. And hopefully, I think in the long term, it'll all pick up. But this is a very rare thing. Every 4 years, even when there is a new presidency, most of the time, if someone gets reelected or something, it doesn't change anything. So this is even more uncommon. Maybe every 8 years, something like this happens, and it's just gonna take a while for it to settle in. And it's very important you guys to stop, putting all the weight on yourself, man. There's just a bunch of stuff going on, man. I think if you look on Friday around like 1 o'clock, the market was up so much. And then out of nowhere, boom, drops like 3%, ends up down like over 1% on the day. That's just stuff that you can't control. And there's a lot of news going on right now. We just had a crazy week. This week is definitely a lot lighter. But it's not always your fault. There's always just crazy stuff going on, and right now it's a crazy time. Big switch up in the world of news and politicals. Just hoping that February is more fun, which more money would be made, hopefully. But yeah, what's your opinion on that? How have you been trading over the last month? I'm gonna pull up some comments.
I was up. Yeah, I ended up in January because I had to go really great trade on Friday, which was coincidentally the last day of the week as well as the last day of January, which was cool to see that lined up like that. But yeah, I ended up with slightly on the month. I don't remember exactly by how much, but that's good. But yeah, price action definitely was not the absolute best in January. There was a couple banger days, like Steph said. I remember there was one day where probably the most golden price action I've ever seen in my entire life. There was I literally specifically remember one day.
I remember exactly when you're talking about too.
And I mean, yeah, I've been saying in my YouTube videos too, it's like, I feel like these times are good because it really can teach you to keep your emotions in check, to act a certain way, to create good habits because, you're it's easy to fall into this trap of over trading, over leveraging, just doing things that you shouldn't be doing when it comes to trading when, market is acting a certain way or acting just shitty price action, whatever you want to call it. And I think that if you're able to kind of adapt to this and be able to work around this, kind of tweak your strat to, I think just adapt is the right word. Like if you're able to, you know, take good trades in this, practice good habits in this, when actually good price action rolls around more consistently, it's going to be like smooth sailing. So it's like these, like, you know, we're sailing in the rough seas right now, which is, you know, sailing in the rough seas is what makes a sailor a skilled sailor.
All right, but you're done. Okay, so this one said, Tells won the debate. Pessimism isn't the way. So he's referring to the homeless debate, and now this is literally becoming a staple of every podcast. This is like our staple thing. Look, I'm not a pessimist.
Well, you literally said your exact words. I'm a pessimist. Tells the optimist. Your exact words.
Right. I remember saying that, but I would consider myself more of a realist. You know, a pessimist is kind of like a glass half empty type of person, where, you know, a realist is more of just the reality of the situation. I'm not gonna, you know, trust in you, believe in you to do something, because I don't believe people that much. And that's why I have a very small friend group. What are the odds that the homeless person that you give money actually does something productive with that? Like, give me a percentage. You think that the money that you give a homeless person goes towards something?
I don't fucking know. I can't make a percentage.
Maybe 10%. Like, and again, there's outliers that, you know, situations get a little, like, you know, people sometimes just fall into really bad, you know, situations that they had no control over. Most of these homeless people,
you know, this just
in Tampa, these ones in Tampa that you're those, you think those guys are
no, I don't. Like when we were, you know what this just reminded me of?
What?
When we drove by the Burger King and the fucking that car, there was a car on fire in the fucking Burger King parking lot. That was the craziest shit I ever fucking.
It looked like an Astro.
We're driving by. This is on our way to the Dupe. This was honestly probably a sign that we were supposed to turn around and go home, because we're 5 minutes away from the fucking pickleball court, bro. We passed this Burger King. My first time ever in my life seeing this, bro. There was a fucking Honda, like probably like a Honda CRV in the fucking parking lot. Literally on fire, like fully on fire, bro.
I was like, yo, tell us,
like,
look. And
I turned, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Genuinely, I've never seen that shit in my entire, and it was fresh too, because there was no cops, no firefighters, nothing. So that shit had to have been just started, because
like fully, you know, on fire.
Because
full
I would
flames,
like to think
flames.
that first responders would be on that shit pretty quick. So that shit had to have happened fast. And we were, you know, that's like Steph's whole thing kind of with downtown Tampa. Like, you guys know my whole you know, take on the homeless thing. But dude, downtown, like,
it's called Ybor City.
Ybor. It's just a shit. It's a shitty place. I feel like we should talk about this. A lot of big cities are they're glorified, but like I feel like in reality they're dirty, they're run down, they're not well taken care of.
Every city in the United States is dirty.
There's cars on fire in fucking Burger King parking lots.
Yes, every city in any downtown, any area, bro, always trashy, bro. I don't care. Anywhere you go. Yes, there's good parts, bro, but like Seattle, Phoenix, Seattle's cooked. Phoenix, most of LA I've heard is trashy. Tampa's trashy. Miami's trashy. New York, there's some good parts, but most of it is kind of trashy. Chicago, sure, same exact thing. Just the overall volume of people in these places just completely destroys the area, bro. It is not a good place to be around. I love being out in the city now. Now that I used to live out there, and we drive through most of this shit now to go do stuff sometimes, bro. It's so nice to just be out of the way. Like, and we're close enough. Yeah. We can always go whenever we want.
But now it makes you realize, like, we live in a really nice area.
No, I know. So. We could leave, like, tells us the other day, you could literally take the door off our house, bro. We'd be totally fine.
I would honestly, I would like to, because I feel like if our door was open, someone would come in with a fucking tray of muffins.
Yes. Like literally, like we live in a utopia. We've said it multiple times. I always see bikes just sitting in the street.
It's awesome, dude. Like, there's kids always playing outside, and like, you know, it's just a very joyous area. And then, you know, you drive into the city where it's glorified, like, oh, the city life. And this is kind of, I always kind of wanted to be more of like live in a city, but I feel like recently my mind has kind of shifted. I kind of like being more outside. I feel like I feel like the perfect way to do it is to kind of live like outside of the city, like close enough where you can go into the city if you want to do
literally
shit.
Right where we're at.
Exactly. Close enough where you can go into the city if you want to do stuff in the city, but, you know, far enough out that you're not dealing with all the bullshit.
Yeah. Bro. And it's just one of those things that once people get money, they want to go live the city life, or they're like as they're like trying to chase money, or maybe before they even get it, they want to live in a nice high rise in the city, be around everybody. Bro, that shit is trashy. Once you leave your house, bro, better lock your car. I had multiple multiple people in my old building when I used to live out in Tampa. Always people's cars getting robbed. One of my close friends has a Corvette. He has 2 cars, and his Corvette's like his flashy car. Bro, literally, we walk in. We want to go play pickleball one time, and we're going to his car because he wanted to drive because it's right down the street, and we were just like, let's ride together. We open up his car doors, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat, bro. It's all trashed up. The glove box is open. There's shit all over the place. Like, oh, someone must have broke in. Those people breaking in, people stealing people's shit, homeless people everywhere. It's just gross, and traffic all the time. Whereas you come out here now where we live out of the city, man, it is really the perfect life. We're 30 minutes out from everywhere that we would need to go. And when we want to go to Tampa, we can make a whole day out of it, and it's just close enough. But, we live in a very nice area, and there's nobody that can really fuck with us. And whenever we want to be fucked with, we go and be fucked with.
I feel like I'd still probably want to experience it, especially in New York. I'm originally from New York. My parents listen there. Not listen. Well, they do listen to the podcast
shout out.
Well, so shout out Mom and Dad. But I always wanted to live in New York City because I'm originally from there. I still would like to experience it. Also, I think New York, I would like to live in a good part of New York because there is parts of New York that you could compare to here. And there is parts of New York that are disgusting.
Okay, well,
because New York is so big that there are very, very nice parts where you can leave your fucking have no door on your apartment. Someone will come and leave a fucking tray of muffins on your counter. There's also parts of New York, because it's so big, where if you left your door unlocked, you're not waking up after you go to sleep. That's why New York is big enough, but it's like, so I still would like to experience it, but I never would want to live there for the rest of my life. I just want to, collect a lot of experiences throughout my life. That's kind of like my whole thing.
The city life in New York would be completely different, 100%. And maybe a like more positive and a more negative way. Like the city life in Tampa is definitely different than the city life in New York. And like New York City absolutely. Is like 100% definitely another level, but it'd be like all the same stuff, just like extreme to both sides, like extremely better and extremely worse, I would think. I would never live in New York. I can't, bro.
I would say biggest pros of New York from being someone who's from
What are the pros?
There's always everything is pretty much, you can walk to anything. You can take the subway or you can walk to anything.
See, but that's the same thing with like a Tampa life.
But also everything's open like all the time. Like you will never go outside and there won't be people out there. Like you could go outside at 3 a.m. in the middle of winter and there will be like a good amount of people outside. Like it's called the city that never sleeps, literally for a reason, because you go outside and it's always moving. Like it never stops. So it's cool in that sense. Everything's always open. You can go get dinner with your boys at fucking 1 a.m. in the morning if you want.
My thing is, I think this was way more serious or important to live in New York back in the day. You know how New York.
I would say now, having money is if you like, I wouldn't live there unless I was very, very well off, because I feel like then I wouldn't want to live there if I was just scraping by, because one, it's, obviously everyone knows it's very expensive. I'm going to be paying fucking $9,000 a month for a room the size of my fucking bathroom. So it is very expensive. So I wouldn't want to live there unless I had more than enough money to really just meet the right people, do expensive things, and, have like that true experience. And because it would be miserable, not being rich there. So I feel like
it's way too expensive. You get taxed to absolute ass. There really is no benefit for me to live there. I don't think so at this point in my life. Like
everything business related, taxes, all that stuff. It's horrible. It's literally statistically the worst state. And I love New York. I'm literally,
if you got millions,
it's the worst state to own a business in. Literally, like statistically or numbers wise, worst state to own a business in.
I definitely want to take a trip to Wall Street though one day, just for
it's or you want to see the bull?
Not the bull.
Where's our bull?
I don't know. It's somewhere around here, but I just don't. I don't think that. Even same thing in California. Most blue states. We don't need to get into it because it has no shot or anything about from the political side. But I just don't get why most blue states are extremely expensive to live in. Maybe it's just the density, or it's just New York, LA are ginormous cities regardless of the color. But it's so expensive on top of it being extremely tax, and it's just like, how do people afford and why do they want to live here? That's why I never understood. Like, how much of your income is going towards your rent / mortgage and to taxes? Like, I would think all of it. Like most of these people that like don't have really nice houses and stuff, like, what are they doing? How are they affording this? And I just like the life. Like, bro, we looked in Texas. Remember when we looked in Texas? You can live like a fucking Egyptian prince in Dallas, Texas, bro. We could like.
I really want to go to Texas. I've never been to Texas. I really want to visit it. Just because I know people who I've heard great things about it. Kind of wanted to check it out. Austin, I've heard is a great city. Dallas, I've heard is a great city.
You spend $4,000 a month and you have a 12-bedroom with horses.
I'm a Houston Texans fan also, so I mean, like, I would love to go to Texas. Never been, but
we've thought about going. We might go one day, but I don't know. I'm just my goal going forward is make a bunch of money trading, get into real estate, maybe drop a little property in New York, drop a property in Dallas, drop a property in LA, and just rent them out. And then eventually, maybe 4th of July or something, I'll book them off for myself and go live there. That would be like my ideal goal, and that's always been my goal. It's the reason why I got into trading. I've always been chasing real estate. Picking up checks for a living is literally the greatest job of all time. Being in real estate, you pretty much can never lose. There's no point in life where if you lose money in real estate, you're like something major economic situation happened, or you're just really stupid. It's the greatest asset as well. You get to control debt, which is really good. It's a really good and really bad thing.
I feel like there's something like, what percentage of millionaires got most of their money from real estate?
It's not even getting their money, but every single billionaire ever created, 99%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the ultimate wealth.
If you don't, most people don't come up through real estate unless you start off, selling real estate or being in that market. But once you get money, everybody goes to real estate because it's really the greatest thing to be. If you don't have gold, you have real estate.
No, it's property. Like, I mean, it has been. If you go all the way back in history, like, property is like it's been one of the 100%. Most valuable things throughout history.
And more and more people, man, it's never stopping. People are gonna run out. So, unless they start going up even more and dropping.
Especially in like if you find an area like us, like they're burning. How long have they've been burning down? Like, you can literally see a huge smoke going up in the air when you go outside and like drive outside of our neighborhood, because they're burning down like all this all these trees, all this area to build new properties, and it's gonna be. I feel like in a couple of years, our area. I feel like we're early to
100%. And this was the same thing. You guys will maybe you can relate this to any area you guys have around your house, but when I was growing up, I'm from Sarasota, Florida, so. Always been around in Florida. There's this place called Lakewood Ranch, and back when I was a kid, everybody's talking about, this new place, Lakewood Ranch, man, like, it's coming up. Like, this was pretty much an area outside. I live near the water in Florida. You kind of go more inland, so it's farther away from everything, kind of like where we are in Tampa now, but it was all new developments. It was all this new area, and everyone was like talking about it, and real estate was super cheap out there because at the time really no one lived out there. And now it's like this giant area of residential, and everything is so expensive, and there's so much golf, and there's so much to do out there. And it's the same situation as this. Is yes, you don't live right in the city, but everything is super clean and super new out here because it's all new developments. There's no homeless people. Not that that's a bad thing at all, but and then when you want to go in the city, you can. And now real estate has quadrupled in the last couple of years out there, just because it has such high demand, because everything is so new and so clean. Like, that's another thing that I didn't notice out here. Like, you drive around this area, you rarely, like, everything is new. Everything is like, this whole neighborhood is completely new, and it just has like a clean vibe that you don't get downtown or in most places because they've just been so. It's
been there for so long. It's just been run down by people.
Yeah, like, it's so much shit happening. The pure amount of people is just ruining it. And out here, it's just. I have a really high praise for like cleanness and new. I'm a very modern person.
Yeah.
And you can't get most of that stuff downtown. If you do, it's in this high-rise apartments, and you're getting crazy expensive rates just because you live close to stuff. But yeah, I mean, how should we deroute this back to trading? Because this is like a rant yap cast, bro.
I mean, I feel like that's fine. What do you guys think? I feel like we're kind of at the point. I feel like
do people like us for our personality or for our trading takes? Probably.
I feel like both, but more personal. I feel like people. I want to give people some more insight of how our real conversations, because I've liked to. I've always liked.
I wouldn't consider this one of our real. Or usually we were arguing by now, but
I don't feel like we argue that much.
How can I convince my parents to let me get a funded account?
This reminds me, someone DM'd me on Discord the other day and said, "Is it like how do I tell my dad that I need his social security number to?"
Yeah,
because you know how when you pass an account, you have to type in your social on Apex.
Yes.
How do you convince your parents? I mean,
show them our videos, or you can. I've talked to someone's dads in my Discord DM before.
Actually,
yeah.
What the hell?
And he was really cool.
That's good.
You know, I'm from a family there. They thought that stuff was kind of weird too, but again, results, numbers will always sway someone. Themselves. And anywhere that asks for your social is usually pretty safe. It's not a sketchy thing to do. It makes sense. Any investing thing at all, you need your social for pretty much everything, and it makes sense because of course this is very volatile, and things, if you make a lot of money, they will know. And it's just one of those things you got to do, man. It's just like having a Robinhood account or a Webull account. It's just, this is now your way of trading. And if they don't understand that, then maybe pull some education, not from us, maybe some more professional people, and ask if you can get their approval if you need to do anything. Obviously you should definitely try and pay for it. Let them know. Just do everything you can to educate them, because it sounds so surreal, even to me.
The thing is, though, if you're that means, so that obviously means that they're under 18. If this is a problem they're having,
but you shouldn't even be trading.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're that young, if you're practicing and trading on a demo account and treating your demo account like it's an actual live account, say you're 16 years old, say for 2 years you literally trade on a demo account like it's your real funded account, and you're getting those reps in every single day for 2 years. By the time you're 18, you're gonna be fucking balling. You're gonna be fucking.
That's the thing too. Is
it's very hard.
I started trading live at maybe right before I turned 16. And it was not something that I am happy that I did. I wish I would have just stayed till I was 18. Because again, imagine, just like you said, imagine you spent all that time till you're 18.
I don't think I would do it. I would find a way to beat around the bush and get on a live account.
100%. But I'm just saying, like, think about it. And that's what I did. But think about it. If I was 15 and I spent the 3 years just practicing fake trading, just back testing, all that stuff. Then when I turn 18 and where I could legally trade now under my own name, imagine how well
you're gonna be bossed up.
Exactly. But it's just like that. Again, I'm a realist, bro. Yeah. You're not gonna do that.
There's no. Yeah.
There's 0%
I can say that now, but even myself, if I was 16 years old and someone told me, I'd say fuck that.
No, and I saw stuff online. It's just people again just getting brainwashed.
Exactly. I'll say fuck that. I'm not waiting 2 years.
You have so much time on your hands, man. And if you really could do that, again, people get into this stuff when they're 40, 50. And, they wish they had an opportunity to go back so far. And that was the one thing when I did go to in-person seminars, everybody talking about my age and stuff, everybody was so, like, jealous of me just to be so young and be so, I guess...
ambitious.
Yeah, I guess. So, hold on. Let me just read this one. This is by Dan. Maybe we can figure out what this means. It says, Tell's got it bang on about the current generation just talking. I'll admit... to me, doing it a lot, so now I just shut up and just do the work.
Oh, this is what I was talking about when people comment like stupid shit on my TikToks. Remember how I said if you're one of those people that like just finds like that just like hates for no reason? Remember last time when
I think no. Maybe he's talking about just like flexing instead of just like shutting up and doing the work. That's what it sounds like to me. Like he's saying like the current generation is just talking.
I think you're right. Actually.
I'll admit to me doing it a lot. Just shut up and do the work. What's your opinion on that? Like,
your actions. There's a thing where, not moving. I know it's kind of like corny and like Sigma, like move in silence.
It's true,
like,
though.
But like it hurt because when you tell the science behind it genuinely, because I've dove really deep into all this stuff, and it's like when you tell someone that you're gonna do something, like. You get the dopamine from them being like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's a great idea, but and then you won't actually do it, but there's a word for it. I forget exactly what it's called, but no, it's not even that. But like when you let your actions speak for themselves, it's so much more rewarding, and it's actually gonna. Like anytime I've told someone that I'm gonna do something, I ended up not really doing it because I got the satisfaction of like them validating me, like right then and there, like boom. But in reality, what would you much rather have done? Just not say anything about it, and then come to them with the thing you've already done. Then you come to them with what you've already done. You're like, look what I did, and then you get it's super
dope.
I mean, we worked a ton on some stuff yesterday. I don't know if you want to. get into that, but
no, we can do that in the next video, but we got some crazy stuff on the way. I'm not gonna lie, we did a lot of work on Sunday, which is cool. I like getting stuff done.
Yeah, no, it was like that was the most like flow state.
We put tells on the BTA work.
No,
schedule, bro.
On God, but it's good. I really like having a I like getting into those deep like work. Like I literally worked for I was doing shit for over 7 hours.
That's what this whole game is about, though. We literally I'm talking to Habibi. We call tells like, yo, we want this, we want to do it, and boom. Instead of procrastinating, just being about oh, we'll do it this week. Boom, we get that shit done today.
That's it. And it's like today we're like last night we're like, all right, we're gonna wake up, we're gonna go to Starbucks, we're gonna record the podcast. Here we are. That's what it's all about. It's just about
jumping on.
When you say just stop spending so much time thinking about doing something and just fucking do it. Like, just
anything that you want to be created, you can create.
It's literally right there. Like I feel like if so many people, it's something I'm guilty of. You overcomplicate things so much because you feel like you have to get everything perfect. You feel like, oh, I have to do this. It's very easy to say, I'm going to wait till this and then I'll do it. Or I'm going to wait till this and then I'm going to do it. Steph and I said we want to start a podcast. We said, okay.
Boom, we started.
We don't have any furniture. Okay, it's fine. Let's just grab our fucking office chairs and we're sitting. We almost sat on the floor. We deadass almost sat on the fucking floor because we wanted to start the podcast. And we're like, we're not going to let these things hold us back because you got to get that momentum rolling. Obviously, taking the first step of anything is the hardest. But
now it's an everyday thing.
Now, exactly. Once you've got that momentum going, it's a lot easier. But my bottom line is, just start. If there's anything, whatever, I bet you there's something that's coming, listening to this right now, I bet you there's something coming into your mind like that you've been telling yourself like, oh, I want to start doing this. Honestly, turn the shit off right now and go do it this second. And it will help you. Just stop less thinking and more doing. As stupid as it sounds, like you just don't think about it as so much. Just
there's a bunch of things that people are scared to do because someone may see or freak out. Obviously, you can just hide it from them. Like I didn't tell anybody I was doing like making trading TikToks when I first started for a while. It's just something I did online. I used to make when I was in sixth grade, I started making Roblox YouTube videos, bro. And I was getting hella traction, bro. And I always I told myself forever for the longest time now. Ever since then, I knew I was gonna do something with creating content or something.
I feel like
since sixth grade when I made that YouTube channel for Roblox, it just was so fun. Ever since that point, and I saw traction, I got over 2,000 subscribers in the first 30 days I was doing it on, and I was just getting a bunch of views. I was doing all that stuff, and at that point, I knew right away I wanted to do something with content, and I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. And what happened was I would go to school and people found my YouTube because I'd never told anybody, but I guess someone found it somehow, and everybody started grilling me, making so much fun of me. So I deleted all the videos. Everybody, I know, and it just destroyed my dreams. And I bet you if I kept that shit up, bro, I'd probably be a
and an alternate. Two things. One, in an alternate universe, you're a 20-year-old Roblox
YouTuber
streamer.
Yeah, exactly. And bro, they pull in. And I'm sure they pull in crazy views, bro. And it's just sad because I completely ruined that just because I was scared of people thinking what it's gonna happen. But again, it's one of those things with trading. It's when I first started making trading TikToks in high school, bro. People were grilling me too. And guess what? You're crazy until you're not. That's one of my go-to statements is now that I'm doing good, they don't say anything to me. And guess what? They wish they would have done the same thing. So it's just one of those things where I like that. I like having my back against the wall. I like making people kind of force an opinion on themselves of me. And that's exactly what I did. It just took some time and it definitely developed into something more than I ever expected. But I could have quit so many times because I was so scared of what people think. But now, and it was always one of those things. The reason why I really got into content right when I was getting out of high school was because I always thought, what do people do with their Instagram and Snapchat and all these social medias after high school? They just kind of fall off. I would see a bunch of people that graduated a couple years after me or before me and were just completely they had 200 followers. All their friends were from high school. They had no way, because in high school you get some pretty quick followers just from meeting people. Or
it's just everyone schools. From your hometown and just you played sports with, shit like that.
Yeah, and then after that it's you peak in life and then you stick with those friends forever and you just get a job and you disappear.
No, exactly. I don't talk to anyone.
I was trying to I really thought, I was like, man, how do I get more followers? I mean, for no reason, but after high school, and it's the only way is through online.
Yeah.
And then after a bunch of thought, I just got into like making videos, and then I got a bunch of followers, and I was like, whoa, like it was just like a really weird thing. It's like, what happens if you don't make videos or something after high school? You just kind of like disappear. In reality, like it's kind of what it is. Like you just stick in this really small circle and you're kind of stuck with all these people from high school. And I hated everybody from high school. Like,
I feel like people don't realize how insane like social. Like I'm dragging this topic honestly, but social media in our day and age, like it's fucking it's the method, bro. It is the method.
Just in
to
everything.
It is the method to making money. It is the method to meeting new people. It is the method to growing a brand for yourself.
Literally everything.
And it's actually like
there's nothing that doesn't tie into social media.
Insane. And the best part about it is it's free to anyone who wants to do it. It's you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. You lose nothing from posting on social media, but you have everything to gain, which is the most amazing part about it. I always knew from a kid that since I was a kid as well that I kind of wanted to make content. I had Bella. Sorry, she's. Just that was really distracting.
Bro, got the LeBron James. LeBron, I knew right away.
No, I did because you said the same shit.
I know.
You used to fucking make Roblox videos, motherfucker. I used to make geometry. So did I. I used to have a geometry. I had a Geometry Dash channel, and I had a channel where I played like mobile games. Like I screen recorded myself playing mobile games, and I voiced it over on like
hold on.
iMovie.
By the way, man, I've had multiple times tells him to come up to me. It's like, bro, I'm not good at anything. Like this sucks. Like. This dude is cracked at Geometry Dash, bro. Like, I've never seen someone so good
I'm telling you guys, I love Geometry Dash still to this day. And, like, I was beating... Bro, I'm literally hopping on his phone and beating, like, electrodynamics. And you think it's the most insane shit ever. I'm like, bro, you ain't seen me on Bloodbath yet, brother.
We were in the car. I was just driving... Or Marco was driving, I think. And I was playing Geometry. I was like, bro, let me get one round.
Because I haven't played in so long. But
like, bro, I've been trying to pass this level for so long.
At my lunch table...
Bro, passed it right away, bro.
In middle school... We used to all whip out our phones. We would play, like, we would make levels, because you could make levels, too. So we would create levels. We would play, like, Geometry Dash. So I had a Geometry Dash YouTube channel.
Goat game,
Even when I was younger, I would literally set up my phone on, like leaned up against the wall and, like, record my TV of me playing, like, Destiny or, like, Star Wars Battlefront. And I would upload it on YouTube, and I always wanted to be a YouTuber or a content creator. I was always into like just making stuff online, like making like thumbnails on my phone on like this app called Fonto, which I still use to this day. I used to do all that shit when I was a kid, and I feel like leading all up to this point, it's crazy how it's played out, and it's like looking back on it, it always was a passion of mine.
And now we're day traders, bro. Jeez. Ugh. Well, I think that's a wrap on the pod today.
It's going to be a little bit of a short one.
I think we kind of yapped a little bit, but yeah, we got 30 minutes till market open. We're probably going to hop in the live trading call.
I like yapping though, to be honest, on the pod. Like to be completely honest with you guys, I do get a lot more passionate. I like to talk about stuff other than trading. Obviously, we want to still keep the podcast mainly centered around being a young entrepreneur. Day trading obviously is kind of our main thing, but we also kind of want it to be this a podcast where you guys can get to know us.
Yeah, you got to keep it. You got to keep it fun, man.
We got to keep it real too.
Yeah, like you can't just talk about trading all the time. That's boring. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hopefully we do well today. Maybe we'll do a podcast tonight, and hopefully it's good. But we'll see. Market's coming in pretty bearish, so I'm probably going to look for some sort of
I haven't even looked at the charts yet, so
we will see. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe. We got to tell them to subscribe more often, man. We keep forgetting, but
they do. What do you guys think of that little like animation in the beginning of the video too? I thought that shit was hard as fuck.
Yo, what is up, YouTube?
No, where it's like click.
Yeah,
Stephen Tells Pod. Subscribe. Also, the short form shit. I've been spamming. What do you guys think of? We've been running the Minecraft
parkour clips,
method, bro. Which is crazy. Real quick, we should touch on that. Like,
right,
you guys know. I mean, yeah, you guys have seen it. That shit, I don't know what it is. There's got to be some kind of psychology behind this. If I scroll on a short form and there's Minecraft gameplay at the bottom, I'm watching 100. I'm watching 100% retention though, no matter.
It's like I go microwave. I was like, and I just wait for it to go. It's so wild. But we will be doing that method on YouTube, brainwash you into watching our stuff. Please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if you do trade today, good luck, brother, because I guess I'll be seeing this tonight. So good luck tomorrow, bro. You're a goat. Subscribe.
Yeah, love you guys so much. Thank you again. Later.
All right. That was fun.